Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Last time, we managed to escape Zanza's wrath, as well as Lorithia, and Shulk got back in shape, especially when he's now wielding a new Monado, the Replica Monado, which is nowhere near as powerful as the original one, but it gets the job done nonetheless. It also seems to have natural crit rate and block rate. And this time, though, while I did say we go to Colony 9, I realized something when I was checking to see what the heck I'm dealing with. I realized I could not do everything there, and I would literally have to leave it anyway. So we're actually going to go into where we need to go next. It's not locked off anything. There's no point of no return in this game, with some exceptions. There's one no point of return, but that's a while later. So let's actually continue on and continue the story going. McQua? You go? We're ready to fly into the Bionis. Shall we head there now? Fly into the Bionis interior.
It's the inside of the Bionis.
It looks quite different from when we entered via the marsh.
The Bionis is regaining its biological functions.
Must be because Zanza woke it up. Then we find Zanza and stop him.
Now we shall. Interior landing site. Ricky got a new skill, which is the skill that gives him experience for all. There is, however, a side quest that unlocks. Several, in fact. The shop's still located here, so you can actually get a shop no problem. One in particular is actually quite important for Shulk.
Hello.
Benea, is this the replica Monado to your satisfaction? There is something that I have not yet told you. There are 5 other prototypes in addition to the replica I gave you. Could you go into more detail? Yeah, talk in a way that Ricky can understand. I could make them if you had the time and necessary materials. What do you think? Would you like me to make them? You need a lot. And I mean a lot. No one comments, so don't worry about that. Please take these 5 designs. They are prototypes and may be somewhat difficult to wield. They must be used correctly. But once mastered, they are truly formidable weapons indeed. Yeah, you have a lot of items that are based around enemies that reach a very high ceiling. I am not kidding you. A lot of these require enemies that are level 90-something. So, keep an eye out. The Replica Monado, these quests only unlocked during the area of where Colony 6 is located. That's where they were put into. And didn't I clear that reptile one? Clearly I didn't. Each one of them has their own quest. The first one in particular makes it later easier fighting. That means it's now heavy. That's why it increases defense capabilities, which means it's higher defense. That's why it increases their attack power, which means a higher max attack. Which is even more powerful. More slots. And finally, it transfers energy defense, which increases our defensive powers. A lot of these will not be completed for a while. I'm not joking. There's a lot of replica Monados that have no completion requirement right now. So, with the new Monado in hand, also, since we're at a new area, I'm going to point out, since we're not fighting Mechon anymore, the Machina weapons kind of lose their purpose. Well, not really, but they're not exactly as good as weapons now. Ironically enough, you make Ricky wield a fish. It's hilarious. Right now, though, we don't have the exact weapons right now, and we're fine. The pools of ether do damage us, so keep an eye out. So, yeah, let's go around this way. There's some new enemies. Jelly Cilias. These guys are ether-based enemies that you have to take down with ether characters. Guess who's ether-based? If you answered Melee, you'd be correct. Also, I forgot to mention, did I re-equip Mind Blast? I did. Okay. Cilias are actually required for Colony 6 restoration, so let's actually take care of this one. There we go. It's poison now, and that's going to get damage. Cilias don't exactly have that much defense, so are fine. No, you're falling over again. Sadly, for some arbitrary reason, Cilias actually had the very, very fast time of getting out of Topple, and it sucks. Now, there's other things around here that are far more dangerous. Lorithia. Yeah! They're running around here. They own the place.
Don't hold back.
Helping each other is our greatest strength.
So Lorithia follow the same strategy as they usually do. They have the ability to do Soul Read, a bunch of other things they have unlocked. They also still have a lot of attack power. Based on the physical attributes, they always have the same abilities they usually have. So you're not running into anything too new, but it's still obnoxious nonetheless. Alright, they're knocked down, and they're lasting a long time in this, so let's seal up their arts. And now Shockwave is going to be obnoxious on Ricky. Lorithia drop items such as the Wing of Light, and they die ether-based wise. Sugio's Xenoblade are obnoxious as well. They're not ether-based enemies, but they're very annoying. They react based on sound. You're going to be running into a lot of enemies that have a lot of buffs that are very annoying. They get toppled very quickly, and they don't exactly have that much in the way of defense. Right now, we're at a fine level where we can deal a lot of damage to them, but this is still obnoxious. I think this thing's almost dead. Nutritious Megabytes. This gives me a silver chest, which is actually pretty good for me, given the fact that this actually contains something very good. The Flexible Celia Cell is actually required for Colony 6. That's the last of the 3 Flexible Celia Cells. We better get them back to the Colony 6. Back to Colony 6, rather. Yeah, you gotta fight those things. And the Jelly Celias also have the opposite variation. You're gonna need to fight both variations in order to get these cells. Easier solution, if you find a unique monster Celias, these are for you. I said Lorithia, these guys are definitely not Lorithia. Honestly speaking, they are far worse given the fact that they have ether defense. Physical defense, that really makes it worse. Stay down. No life absorb for you. We're not going to fight everything in this area, but I'm going to fight at least some things so I can actually get access to certain items I need. Now, there are Lorithia still running around, and Phoenix Lorithia are the main ones you're going to run into. So these guys don't exactly have a physical body, they just tend to wiggle around in the area. They're very creepy, Lord Roselia are. I'm not wasting a chain attack on these guys because they're not unique monsters, and I'd rather not waste a chain attack on non-unique monsters if I could help it. Technically speaking, these guys don't react well unless it's the Lugosilia, so we don't have to worry about them too much. There is, however, an ether crystal deposit nearby. Now, ether crystal deposits and the Bionis themselves are actually the highest value. Rare water crystals. Crystallized luck. Hey. There we go. Now, this is the 5-star variation. This means you can get access to 6 randomly. Both are incredibly dangerous. So these levels are far higher. The 5-1 is actually what you need to aim for when it comes to equipment slots. So you need to make sure you get to those levels. So let's take care of this Phoenix Lorithia. I think it'll drop something that I need for personal sake. There's also the Collectopedia for this area. You're going to have to get the Collectopedia for this area as well. Classic Lorithia tail. Now you're stuck and can't get up. Okay, game, sure. Meteor Nibbler and Darkness Sickle. Very good items. Now I actually got some weapons that are actually better for these two, given the fact that the Meteor Nibbler actually has a lot more offense. And it doesn't matter if they don't have the ability to deal increased damage to Mechon, because, well, it doesn't matter all that much. The new Sickle is actually going to be a very useful one for Dumban, given the fact that it increases its crit rate. Oh god, those two. So I'm going to alter my gear, and I'll be right back. There we go. That's all done with. I don't need to worry about that. Tap, tap, tap. That's definitely a Ricky item, that's for sure. So there's a lot more enemies around this area, and we also need to go down this way. Just to get all the way to where we need to go. Now, we're going to be coming up to the main area of the Bionis. Of the Bionis interior, actually. We have almost made it. As you can tell, yeah, we're probably in a lung. Bionis interior. The very center of the Bionis itself.
You look well, Your Highness.
That voice. It's Lorithia. Show yourself.
Look at that. The heart of the Bionis. The pulsating life of Lord Zanza.
Quit your yapping and show yourself.
I await Your Highness here. There is something I wish to show you. Your friends are welcome to join you. That is, if they survive.
Lorithia, what are you planning?
Forget her for now. We must push on to the heart.
All right.
That was a thought alert, 10 o'clock. Spinal Nerve Tower is a main area we're going to be at. There's also a heart-to-heart over this way, but we're not going to be able to access this heart-to-heart for a little bit, given the fact that it probably requires the pink affinity. And unfortunately for me, I lack that certain pink affinity. Oh, woe is me. Yes, I did was correct. Oh, man. Second tap, tap, tap. I don't need both of them. Alright, whatever. The interior of the Bionis itself does not exactly have that many, so we're fine. Charlotte got the last one for skill tree, so we're going to have to worry about the skill tree for them later. I'm not going to focus on them right now because I'd rather get to a certain point in this area, get to a certain point in this entirety of Bionis interior, and then we're going to head back. Because you can technically get back any point you wish. Then you technically can walk the main path of the Bionis interior and you can get back up no problem. Only downside is that there's a lot of enemies. Only downside is new enemies. Jelly Cilia is actually located right here. They're actually the same as the annoying ones as the other ones. So, let's trigger it. Get your butt over here. Now, thankfully though, each thing still applies. If you manage to top it... It died. Quality Cilia Cell is the opposite variation you need for Colony 6. Now, Logo Cilias, of course, are going to get in your way, so you're going to have to take care of them unless you want to deal with their sound-based annoyance. They will follow you around, so you want to get rid of them now rather than later. And Mind Blast, because this is the only time I get used to it. Mind Blast, as well as Amelia's most damaging art, it's not exactly the best art in the world, given the fact that it's long startup and requiring to do certain things. There's another Wool Celia, which is another Celia you need to hunt. I think this is the one that the game's telling me, like, oh, you need this one instead. There's two Celia types, and Lugo and Wool might be the ones. Oh great, that was probably an affinity up, and I could not get that because I finished the battle too quickly. Lamau! Whatever. Whoa! We found the 2 black liver beans for Colony 6. I can't wait to see the happy looks on everyone's faces. Yep, you need a bean apparently for the area as well. There's other Celia here that are just as annoying. These ones in particular, Celia, are probably the most dangerous of the Celia types. Let's use Shulk and everyone instead. Vane Crossroads a new area, so let's just take care of this guy. Yeah, these things are creepy by nature. Now, their trouble chance is lasting a while. You already realize it. This guy has a spike on when it does that, so kill it quickly. Oh great, this Celia is in the way and we can't deal with it fast enough. Fine item. Very good, Ricky. Ironically enough, even though it's an ether enemy that can actually block a lot of damage, it can't do it forever. Honestly, these guys are easier than Nebula. Thinking we're far stronger now. Normal chest, blah blah blah. Giant Protean is what you get from the item. You get one enemy. There is a diving location where you can dive down there and get back up quickly. Tap, tap, again the tap, tap, tap. I need new things. There we go. And is there a mouse? Now, this area is a decently scary part. Sarsaparilla is another new item. So we're going to try to get to the end of this because, I'll be honest, I want to try to get to the end of this very quickly. I'll cut out any random enemy fights I haven't seen before, but anything else, it doesn't matter all that much. So let's continue on doing this way. There's Lorithia running around, of course, so yeah, the same rules apply. Be careful. Because, of course, Lorithia have an advantage like Soul Reed. So let's go up this way. I believe there's a new enemy type. Lorithia. Nope. I think there's another thing around here someplace. Bloodworm. Okay. Ew. Gross, but it's a bloodworm. Yeah, this whole being the heart of the Bionis is kind of creepy, but I guess it's an organism thing and whatnot. Vicious Gross is a unique monster that has a great amount of power, so let's be careful to take it out. Now, it's an ether-based enemy, so yeah, same rules apply. Immune or not? Hey, Ricky. Stop it. Dumb ban. Thank you. That's it. I've had enough. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. Cease. Let's do some damage. Enough, even it has a defense, it's not going to do as much as do Blossom Dance. Alright, my turn. Let's do a Cyclone to force you into topple. And now you're stuck in Cyclone. Let's heal up Shulk, thanks to... That's very good. I wanted to have that all done, so now we're finally doing more damage. A lot of damage going on. Nice. This Celia's unique monsters on the ground. Hey, anti-antibody. The agility up and physical defense up. That's obnoxious, but we can get rid of it with the amount of Eater. So let's get rid of it. No more of that. This is like the few times the amount of Eater is actually useful, and that's very good given the fact that the amount of Eater is actually able to do that. Pesky thing? Oh god. Lorithia is attacking me. Hi, Draco Lorithia. How's it going, buddy? He's one of the most dangerous Lorithia in the game. Especially at our level. But not at our level. Of course, these Chorus guys are obnoxious, so we're going to be careful. Alright, I'm going to do a... I forgot to get rid of this stinking peekaboo because it's not helping me anymore. Let's lower your physical attack. Move defense up. Backslash. Well, peekaboo is the strongest I got, but alright, whatever. That Lorithia was obnoxious and I wanted to get rid of it. There we go. Lorithia Steam Cell is okay, but let's see the treasure chest we get from this one. Azura Helm. HP up 5. Yeah, very good. Steel Celia Cell is actually pretty good. And Bleed Attack is, ooh, very good. This one is Ricky's more based around using multiple debuffs in order to do more damage. It's insanely good when doing that. Well, especially early on in the game. There's other better items later on, but right now that one's actually pretty good. Let's go and give... Not Dumbman, I believe it was... Oh, it's the helm, right. Duh. A Shura helm will definitely help Ryan a bit, and it also makes his HP up max. So, we have to go down this way as well. There's other enemies we want to take care of. So, there are bigger and badder things. Celia is not exactly that dangerous. There's a unique monster running around, I believe. This is a Lorithia. Not exactly that threatening. There is, however, another area for our own ether deposit. Let's go grab it, given the fact that ground ether crystals mean one thing, muscling alone. Terminal Vein gives us access to a 1 for rare ether crystals. Perfect. Although, to be honest, I feel like they should rename the earth crystals into rare Bionis crystals, given the fact that there's no earth in this game. So, crafting, let's see what we got from that one. Muscle up and attack plus. Not too bad, all things considered. I really wish I got something else, though. But we're fine for now. I will be putting Melia back on, but at the same time, I want to run around Shulk for a bit, given the fact that, one, the Numinato needs some time in the sunlight, because I need to. And at the same time, Melia's damage output is probably lower than Shulk's, only because Shulk does way more damage. Plus, he has access to a lot better arts. Harrison's got a tower, I believe. If you go right... Oh, great. Draco's Lorithia is above us. Their line of sight is weird. Vanus Pedicus, Celia again, is a very obnoxious one, so let's just kill it. Kill it with fire! Or whatever you feel like next. Because they last long enough and break, you obviously realize what's going to happen if you topple them. It's going to force a topple spike on this. Which is why Dumbman's AI is not going for it, which is actually pretty good for me. Selectivity. You didn't even get that off. Good job. Good job. You did absolutely nothing to your life. So, how's that feeling for you? Good job, Celia. You accomplished nothing. Congratulations. Very good. High Entia Jewel is another item that you want to grab for collectability's sake. There's also a green ether crystal deposit, which is very good because that means a potential chance at agility of 5s. Hey, there you are. Ooh. Oh, well that's disappointing. I oohed and it's just Blade Plus. Darn it! Why? Why do you say it's a good thing, game? Why am I betrayed by you? Why am I actually betrayed by you so often? We already were at that one area, so we don't have to worry about that too much. I think I'm going to go the opposite direction later. But right now, though, there are some new enemies that we can do so. Yeah, as you can tell, a lot of this area has a lot of cells, and it's very creepy. Officer Roboso is a new unique monster reacts based on sound. If you approach him not correctly, and you're basically going to get attacked by sound-based enemies. 2 of the sound-based enemies at the same time, in fact. Let's kill the Lugocelia first, considering I need to get rid of this guy first. Alright, it's almost dead. There we go. Genome break. Maybe fell asleep. You need to smack one of us before you can... Dumban, heal! Wake up! Dumban! 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 Dumban, you good? You took so long that I almost woke up myself. Now I get to wake you guys up. Good grief. He's immune to slow, so Genome Break is bread and butter, and it sucks in. Its range is obnoxious. Repeat, please. Alright, let's see try to get this Roboso down. He's gonna be obnoxious. Worst case scenario, I might force the topple if I use Purge first, so I might do that. Alright, I've had enough of this. Alright, I've had enough. No more of that. No more of that. I'm just gonna use Purge to make sure your aura is sealed when you get toppled. Stinger!
Leave it to me, pesky thing. Nicely done. Leave it to me. Against the odds.
Ironically enough, for some arbitrary reason, it has defense when it's on its ground, and I do not understand why.
Final push. Got it.
Alright, let's do a combination of a Slit Edge to decrease its defense. Perfect. The barrage won't last that long, but it's going to be obnoxious on it nonetheless. There we go. Took care of you. You were obnoxious. Chosen One is a not that good weapon. Regal Hand, though, is actually pretty good for Rhine. It's very good, as you can tell. Take care of that. There's Revival HP up, which you get from this guy, as well as a Hot Cell ESL. Chosen One's not exactly that good, but might as well grab it for the sake of it. What now? Right, you already got access to the second win, which is stores HP when revived. Which does help the entire party, which is actually very useful. So, let's switch around with some weapons. I know for a fact Ryan needs that weapon. Yeah, that's one of the fancy ones. I see how it is. Alright, let's get that out of the way and go all the way up this way next. Because we're going to need to get it this way very quickly. Alright, Happy Duck. Quack. 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 I don't know why they have a Happy Duck down here. Alright, whatever. I never understand why there's a Bionis has a duck down here, but we don't know. We don't want to question it. It would hurt our brains if we did that. So let's go around the other pathway instead, because guess what? There's actually a lot of enemies here that I missed. Jelly Celias are the base enemies that we fought before. There is a Celia. There's actually a Lorithia running around known as the Gigas Telethias. They are the same body type as the Leo Telethia you found back on Magna Forest. If they're as dangerous, yeah, they kind of are. They have a lot of the same moves that the other ones have, so keep an eye out when you fight them, because that can be very annoying. Of course, like last time, there's a lot of unique monsters running around, and one of them is probably coming up. There's a pool with Regalia Celia here, as well as a big tentacle. Logo Celia, not exactly that much of a threat. Not exactly a threat. If you get too close to the water, yeah, it's going to trigger it. That triggers it. Instantaneously, even. There's another pathway down here that you want to go after first. I want to show off before we head up further, because I want to show this off because you kind of need it. High Entia Jewel. How close am I to completing that video? Oh, I actually completed that. Black Clear Bean. I may have to get that later, but I'm fine getting that now. Haste 5. Very stupid good. Happy Duck. Is there a mouse? Bloodworm. Aggro Down 4, which is good given the fact that Aggro Down is very good for us. That and High Entia Jewel. Strength Down 5. Very good. And for the 100% completion, you get Z-Speed Goggles for Fiora, which are very fast weapons. You've seen all the speed types, how they look. They all look the same, besides different coloration, really. Given the fact that I already have the swap different around, so yeah, it's fine. I just realized my Warblades don't actually have anything equipped. Whoops, that means I fought the entirety of that fight with not any equipment slots in those blades. Man, I'm stupid. Whatever, that's just something me failing. Whatever. Third Long Bronchius is actually an area you need to go after next, which allows you to gain access to an area back in the Bionis. Do not jump off. Guess what? If you're thinking this is the area you're thinking of, yeah, this is the area we first got to Magna Forest. Now, if you excuse me, I have to walk all the way back, because that's going to get obnoxious. Alright, finally back up here. I wanted to get over this place quickly because it was being a pain and I needed to do it anyway. But for now, there's no more enemies we can get up to. So let's climb up this way. Terminal Nerve Tower is actually a very good location for me to get. There is, however, more unique monsters running around, and I want to try to get to the end of this before we do anything else. So, going up this way is another Lorithia. Very dangerous, in fact, because it's actually far higher level than us. Well, not too far level, it's still obnoxious. It's going to be a bit of a pain to try to fight, but I'm confident in my ability to actually hit it. Now, blade armor is not exactly that good, I'll be honest. You know, actually, this Lorithia does not have a spike, if memory serves me correctly. I might as well double check. Actually, no. I know this thing doesn't have a spike. I know for a fact this one doesn't have a spike. I'm going to keep Shulk in the party because I need armor just in case. Ghostly Mathos is a very scary Lorithia. For 3 heads, you think it'd attack me immediately? It does not. Behave, missed. If it's higher level than you, yeah, you're missing very often, so just be nervous. When an enemy is higher level than you can get more experience in this, as well as more buffs, so yeah. So right now he's already down a quarter of his HP. Oh no. No, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry I triggered you. Either cannon 7. Yeah, Dunman's about to die. I might want to save him. Ricky, please save Dunman. I think I'm going to go with this last lowest defense. There we go. I just need to use a change out to restore his HP because I ran out. Alright, we're getting a lot of damage off, and he's not exactly doing all that much, but it's still obnoxious nonetheless. I love when you have Peerless, but you can't get rid of the confusion on yourself all that often. Because Dunman gets... Oh. Alright, that's it. Healing him now. Super Aura. No. You're not getting Regenerate, you're not getting Battle that Soul. There you go. None of that. Yeah, the water doesn't exactly do much to you, so you don't worry about it too much, but it's obnoxious. I think we're close. I can almost taste it. Man, this thing's almost dead, actually. I thought I was going to have more trouble with this guy, but I guess we're not having that much trouble. There's a vision. Channel 5. Cosmic Bind and a lot of ether damage. Now I'm going to force its vision change so that way I can actually, you know, get more. For being very resistant to topple, it has no topple spike, so yeah, it's pretty much dead. There you go. Master Double Visions, you got a lot of experience for that fight, so yeah, very good to do this. For this chest contains... Holy crud! Again of me? Okay, that's fine, but I don't really care for style shows all that much, but Freezonate's definitely going to help a lot. So, yeah, I don't know how I got 2 again. What is wrong with me? Well, Freezonate is actually more useful than Style Stitch, but what can you do? Right, I did say I'd get rid of Peekaboo, because Peekaboo's not exactly helping all that much. Hey, there we go. Let's get Sneaky back on, because Sneaky's a bit more damaging, and I'd like to have something that actually does damage. Alright, so that was interesting, but Stasis is not exactly that useful. Bind is good, I guess, but it's not exactly helping that much. There is another heart-to-heart this way. That was a very easy, hard, unique monster. I guess I had it in luck. They need to have heart affinity of Ricky and Melia, so that's going to take a bit of time. Now, there is a simple way to get these max heart-to-hearts, and I don't have the ability to do it, but right now, later on, yeah, I'm going to do that. The level I'm going to be doing that probably is close to 90, considering I'm going to have to make sure I can survive certain hits. I gotta double check something. Right. If the game thinks that you high enough level, expert mode forces you to go to the level where you're supposed to. Unfortunately, it just thinks it stockpiles it, and I don't like it that much. You can never zero out the experience all that much. But this does help me, given the fact I need to get my levels up, because this is a pain. There's nothing at the end of this pathway, unfortunately. You can actually just see the end of this path. In this pathway, normally. But here, we actually have to make sure we get up here, no problem. Now, the fight coming up is a doozy. I am not kidding. The next fight is actually one of the tougher fights in the game. You want to have Ether Arts ready for you at all times. So, you want to make sure you have Melia in the party for this. However, because you're going to be fighting something that's actually decently strong, you also need to keep an eye on certain things. So, I'm going to have Melia in the party for this because it's actually quite important to her, given the fact that Lorithia is technically one of her people, but she betrayed everyone for the Bionis and Zanza. So, she needs a proper punishment from the technical Empress. So, let's go this way. This is where the area is. Arch entrance. This gives Melia the chill increase, which is okay, very good. Sounds like what I was worried about, but let's find out this way. That is still disgusting and gross when we were basically going inside a heart.
Welcome to my world. I must say, I am surprised. Zanza's vessel truly does have a will of its own, and looking quite sprightly.
I'm still alive. I won't die. Not yet. And that's why we're here.
Everyone who lives in this world has a life. So, it shouldn't be threatened by anyone. We'll never give in to Zanza.
So full of passion. Well, if it's life you're looking for, I'll show you true life.
It's...
Callion!
Brother!
There is no use in calling. It worked before, but now his transformation is complete. He is my adorable servant. Do you know the meaning of the word Telethia? It means that which eliminates impure life. Impure life, just like you. That which Lord Zanza does not require shall be extinguished from this world.
This is Disciple Lorithia, the disciple of Zanza, as well as other things else. There's a lot of Novas running around with a lot of spikes, so keep an eye out. These guys are going to be very annoying, and you want to take care of them quickly. Since you're the case of this case in point, I messed up again. But this guy has a lot of spikes, so we're going to get careful of these guys now. Alright, I need to heal your attention. Help me. Dumb bandit's not helping. Okay. There you go. Oh, now what? Missed shots. Oh, great, he's art sealed. No wonder he can't do anything. out of here. How are you not... There you go. Please die. I'm getting sick and tired of you. Unfortunately, you need a tank for this, so you gotta get somebody to take the hits and... Get out of here, Second Nova. I think the Second Nova's almost dead. You have to get rid of these reinforcements quickly. There you go. Now you're by yourself. I hate this thing. The Cyber Lorithia is a very obnoxious boss fight, and it sows very quickly. Power effect. Unfortunately, since this is the Lorithia type, this means that you cannot port the combo. I tried. Never mind. I forgot. This is technically not the same Lorithia types that I usually run into, so I don't exactly have to worry about too much. This.
You'll pay for your insolence.
Now I'm going to actually use a... She's already poisoned. I'm going to use Break to force the top wall. Now, if Dumbman forces top wall like I hope he does, and do another Summon Bolt, which does higher damage thanks to our increase. Ricky Sneaky. No. Woodley Slash!
Brother? Is that really you? Oh, I have longed to see you.
I too, Melia.
Brother, I must apologize. To you and to everyone.
Because of our transformation into Telethia.
I am a princess, but I brought misfortune upon the High Entia.
You are mistaken, Melia. The Telethia gene lies dormant within us all. There was no escaping the cursed blood in our veins, sister. It was fate. That is why our father sought to dilute the bloodline. You are the hope of the High Entia. You will not transform into a Telethia. Even after the Bionis has reawakened, you can still succeed the Imperial line. You have the power to end our suffering. Knowing this, both I and Father were happy to sacrifice ourselves. It was our choice.
Brother.
There is no need to fear. After all, this is precisely our wish. In the end, you are the only ones who can stop Zanza.
Yes.
Now, leave her to me. You must go. You must accompany Shulk.
No! My Telethia! You! What have you done?
I have done nothing. This is your destiny. Accept it with dignity!
Ah! My body! No! I was promised immortality! Ah!
Brother.
Melia, at long last I can be with Father. You must now live your own life. The path you forge, the future you choose. That is the hope of the High Entia.
Thank you, brother. Your words will stay with me forever.
His words.
Oh, Ricky heard. Ricky heard Melly's brother. Oh, Callian say, hope of bird people. Where Melly's brother? Oh, Ricky not see him, but Ricky hear him.
Ricky. You too heard his parting words. Thank you.
Melia.
Thank you for your concern. I am all right. Let us go and secure the future my brother so hoped for.
We will. Together.
Such a brave princess.
Dixon!
Don't look at me like that. I take time out of my schedule to send you off to a nice spot, and that's how you welcome me.
What do you mean?
I'll be waiting at Prison Island. I've picked out a lovely place to return your flesh and blood to the Bionis. Don't keep me waiting. See ya later.
I'm gonna... Come on, everyone! We've got to get to Prison Island. Okay.
And next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we'll be doing just that. See you all next time.